Welcome.
Hello, Sirena.
Good to see you.
So this is Strand.
So this is our main lobby. People sit here. We give them nice drinks when they wait until they get served with the agents. And our office manager sits here. All of the floors, if you see, it's finished timber. It's called Timberwise. And all the furniture, what you see here, you can buy through us. All the lamps, all the kitchens, whatever you see here. In here we have another kitchen where we have champagne always cool when we have a sale, so we celebrate. And unfortunately, outside it's super rainy, but we have a 400 square meter terrace area with 2 jacuzzis to have events with the agents, events with the clients, and just have meetings with the staff. Here is a framery where you can have your phone calls without nobody hearing you. So it's good for the clients and good for the agents.
It's like a phone booth.
Absolutely,
sort of.
And cool looking.
Very cool.
And here we have our stager, Anita.
Hello.
And all of our agents, they can sit wherever they want. So basically nobody has a chair. Here, Soreen came, welcome.
Hello.
One of our top agents.
Yes.
How are you?
How you doing?
Good.
I'm very good. My name is Sorin.
Alfredo.
Alfredo.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
So I'm getting the tour.
And then here we have one of the negotiation rooms. It's called Stockholm. And this used to be a negotiation room, but then we needed more space for the back office. It's called Helsinki.
Of course.
And here, this is more like the staff area. This place used to be a bank, so all of our keys are super safe and all the checks, they're really safe. And this is it's not the most beautiful thing, but this is our beauty. So basically, we make all the brochures, all the marketing materials with this huge machine. It's bigger than a car.
Geez, so that you print, wow.
Yes, it's a cool printer, yeah. So here, all of our staff, they can have their, snacks and lunch if they want and chill out. We want to feel like this is your second home, your second living room. Well, everything started when the kids were really young. So basically we had 3 kids in the diaper age, and Anssi was working, my husband was working, and I was home with the kids, and we sort of felt like Anssi had just sold his first company, made a nice exit with that one, and we had the money already. So we felt maybe we need to go to somewhere, warm. Just let the kids run outside, no need to put all these clothes in the Finnish winter like I used to do and go into the park where they cannot do anything, they just stand like this, and I feel like a happy mom, like a great mom that I took them outside. It wasn't like the kind of life that I was dreaming to live. So basically we made the decision when the kids were young that let's relocate for a little while. So we came here and we had this intention to buy a property, and we toured with so many agents, and we wondered, like, they don't have any brochures. The knowledge that they had about the properties was really little, because we didn't really understand the collaboration then. We were wondering, like, we go there with an agent, and then there is this shadow agent who doesn't say anything, who should know about the property, but our agent doesn't know anything. But that person is our agent, and we're like, what's going on? What's happening with this real estate world in Marbella? So basically, little by little, we didn't end up buying the property. We couldn't find the kind of villa we wanted, so we ended up renting a really nice villa in La Quinta. But little by little, we spoke with people. Anssi met somebody at the tennis court who said that he used to be a helper at the tennis field. But then somebody came up to him and said that, do you want to sell my property? And the guy was like, yeah, sure. And he ended up selling like a multi-million property and got the whole commission to the people who came to play tennis there. So we were like, oh my God, the commissions are quite okay. And the field needs to be like shaken up a little bit. So basically in 2013, we established a company here, and we already we didn't recruit the agents yet, thank God, but we had really good conversations with them. And then we had photographers ready, we had the name ready, we were thinking we're gonna be locating the company. But for some reason, actually, something awful also happened. In La Quinta, we were home, the whole family was home, all the 3 cars were in the parking place. We were putting the little ones to bed upstairs, and everything was locked, but not the alarm was not put on. And for some reason, we didn't hear anything, but Anssi opened the door after he put the one kid to sleep, and in the stairs there was some guy coming up.
Wow.
And then Anssi was screaming, like, put the alarm on, like we had some, I don't know, we had like a knife or something somewhere, and I woke up like, what's happening? And Anssi like, there are people downstairs, like burglars are downstairs. So we put the alarm on. We thought like, we're not gonna go downstairs, because if they're gonna kill us, the 3 kids are gonna be upstairs. So we just waited. We didn't know what was gonna happen downstairs. And it took around 20 minutes until the police and the security came, but they had already left. But the good thing was that they were like these little thieves. They only took like whatever they could find, like cash or jewelry, but nothing like computers or anything. So that happened, and of course the kids were sleeping the whole time, even the alarm was like on. They didn't wake up. So in the morning we're like, oh hi, should we go to the pool? But you couldn't continue your normal life in that villa. In Finland, I don't know what's it called in English, but when you bake, you roll the baking.
The dough?
Yeah, well, yeah.
The rolling pin?
Yeah, I didn't want to have any guns or weapons or anything, so I had that always underneath my bed. And I was like, I don't want to live like this. Like, I go to bed feeling this way. So I think we needed to leave back to Finland for a little while after that experience. And also our youngest one was in that age when she's starting the school in Finnish school system, right. 7 years old. So we thought like, okay, we wanted to do this real estate here, but let's go to Finland and let's do it later or maybe never. So we went to Finland, we started our lives there, we had other businesses, but then we spoke with some friends of ours, and we were like, we really want to do this. I think in Finland even we have to shake the market. There's so much we can do. And during that time, it was 2014, 15, like when we opened, nobody was using professional photography. Nobody was doing staging. Nobody had used social media for real estate. So we were like, this is great. We have a nice name. We came up with the name Boo, and we were like, oh my God, and we had the best model for the agents as well. So we felt like if the agents don't like to do this work in their offices or companies now, we have a solution for them. And we didn't have any experience in real estate. In Finland, to be able to establish a company, you need to be a legalized real estate agent. So even though we didn't have any background, except we have been buying and selling properties and renovating, but you need to be legalized real estate agent. So I had to take this really intense test, which is like you need to really study all the law books. And many people tried like 8 times and never passed. It's like 6-hour test. Like you need to write like 8-10 pages and really understand the law. Because in Finland, we don't use lawyers when we make the sale. The agent makes the deed, writes the deed, and is responsible for the deed, what's said in the deed. So you really need to be professional in Finland.
So the company then grew?
Yeah.
What year are we at now, more?
Now we're 2015. So our model was that we had the brand. We had the tools for the agents. We had the brand. We had the marketing. That's where we're really good at, like marketing and branding and making really, really good concepts. But of course, if we would have started like me and Anssi being agents, I think we would be still in that field doing that. So our concept has always been that we need to attract the best agents from every city. And of course, that creates a little bit chaos in the companies where they live. But I always feel that way, that it's not like the agents have their free will. They do whatever they want. And in our concept, they felt we gave them more and they were happy with us. So basically the model is that we create the concept and then we get the best team. We recruit the agents from other agencies who already have experience, that they have proven that they're good in the field. So combination was a match made in heaven.
And is the commission structure similar in Finland than it is here?
Yeah, a little bit, except in Finland, the agents are not like entrepreneurs. Because in our model, the agents are, if they want, they can be entrepreneurs inside of a company. So basically, they invoice us as a company, and they do whatever they want to do with
their own
selves. Yeah,
they're like partners of the firm. That kind of
yeah.
Right. Okay. So then, what happened after that? So 2000.
Yeah. Well, in 2015, we had the first office in Turku. We got like a team of 10 super good agents, and they started selling the first day we opened the doors.
Wow.
And then we felt like, okay, this is cool, this is interesting. And of course, I wanted to understand the real estate, also from the agent's perspective. And I did it, and I was like, oh my God, I'm quite good at this. I love it, like this is great. I'm making these happy families get their homes. But then I realized that my team will never give me the respect if I'm doing the real estate, because they always think that I got the client because of my status, because I'm the owner of the company. So basically that made us make the decision that we want to grow. We stop real estate, we give all the customers to our agents, they are the stars. We're gonna be like in the shadows, making them to be the stars of the company. So we focused on growing. So we opened different cities, and in 4 years, we already had a team of 200 people.
Wow. And how many offices was that?
It was around 10 offices in
Okay.
Finland.
So now we're in 2000 and...
Well, this is 2019 already.
Okay.
So basically, in those years, we grew it. 2018, 2019, we grew it to a 200 people company, and then we came to the stage when we sort of like, me and Anssi have always been like really wanting to grow and be big, and it's sort of like it's stabilized. It's one of the biggest in Finland, really respected the chain, but we felt like it's more like a corporation now. We have like all these people there and like bosses there, and if you want to come up with a new idea, you need to sort of like follow the protocol. It's no more like a startup. So that's kind of like why we felt like this company maybe not gonna go to other countries so fast, and we really wanted to explore. We really wanted to see how the real estate market was somewhere else. So.
And in the back of your mind, you still had Marbella.
Yeah, basically that started everything. And it was funny because when we started the company in Finland, I forgot that we established the company here, a Finnish company. I forgot to change the address, and some clients called us like, what is this company in Marbella? I'm like, no, in Finland, Turku, because I forgot to change the name. So basically it's the same company that we established in Marbella.
So then in the year before the pandemic,
Yeah.
you set up here? You sold?
Yeah, we sold the majority of the company then to an investor, and we agreed that we can compete in other countries, but not in Finland.
Okay. So it's 2019. You think time is now to give Marbella another go?
Yes.
Tell me what happened next.
Well, then I came here I think it was in December. And I only had 4 days. And during those 4 days, I had a mission that I need to recruit at least 3 good agents. And then I need to find a premises for us. And then I need to buy a property. We didn't have a property then. We didn't have a property then.
For yourselves?
Yeah, for ourselves as a whole. So I had these goals. And
was that part of your interview process? See which agent gave you the best service?
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Okay.
And it was so sad because my budget was, at least 2 million. So basically when I asked about properties, I didn't get response. And when I viewed with some agents, they never came back to me. Nothing. And some of them came back to me like after months saying like, are you still interested? And I was like, no, I ended up buying something from Ponte Romano.
Right. Oh, is that what you bought? Yeah?
Yeah.
Ponte Romano. Okay. So then, now you're getting into late 2019. Just the time, the clock is ticking a little bit before the pandemic kicks in. How long before the pandemic kicked in did you open this office?
Well, on that trip when I was here 4 days, I had found everything, and we moved here, I think it was in January, February, somewhere. 2020, yeah. And then the kids started school. I think they were in school for 3-4 weeks before the pandemic, and we had started this renovation. I actually flew a guy from Finland to be the leader of the renovation here, and he came, and suddenly it was the lockdown.
Oh.
And we were like, oh my God, we have these huge premises. We just moved the family here. We're starting the business in here, and we don't know what's going to happen. Like the flights are not flying, and the business is dead. of course, it was a little shock first,
Yeah.
but thank God we hadn't, started with the team. So the team were still with the agencies where they used to work or whatever. Of course, they didn't have that much to do anyways, but we didn't have like staff who were waiting to start. So basically, it gave us time to make this renovation really nicely. But of course, we didn't even know, can we do this renovation? They were like calling me like, can we go? Is it lockdown? Can we work? And we're like, I don't know. Let's try. I don't know.
Wow.
We got the office ready in June, and in July we had the first party for collaborating agents. We didn't have an opening party then, but we knew that in Marbella it's all about collaboration. So we knew that we need to meet up with all the agents that our team used to work with, and maybe new faces as well, just to make us
And I think everything you do is a little bit different to other people, other agencies. But the most immediate one that struck was how you do the commission splits, without going into specific numbers.
Yeah.
It
We
se-
can. I've
we
said
can?
it everywhere.
Okay, well, generally here it's like a 20-70 in favor of the
Yes.
company, 20 for the agent, the commission split. You guys kind of flipped it
Yes.
the other way around. So
Yes.
it's more along the lines of how much for the agent is it? Like
70%.
70% for the agent, 30 for the agency.
Yes.
And that is obviously presumably initially what attracted quite a lot of talent, no? Am I right?
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Okay.
And it's kind of like we feel that's the same that we did in Finland. Of course, it's a great business for big companies if they get the 70% and give only 20 to the agents.
Yep.
If they're happy to work 30 to the agents, 20 to the agents. But we feel like they are the ones really putting themselves into the business. They are touring with the clients. They are doing the work. So why shouldn't they get the majority of it?
There must have been a little bit of resistance from the market, no, initially?
Well, I think other agencies were surprised, and there were so many rumors I heard that this agency will go down in 3 months.
And that was
2020 when we launched.
so 3 years ago now,
Yeah.
as we said in 20. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but I understand
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
And-
no, I understand that
And
too.
of course, it's like whenever somebody comes with a new idea, it has to somehow like shaken up the market, or I don't know, scare. But
What would you say you found the hardest? What would you say the number one thing that you'd underestimated maybe about the market?
well, I think the nature of collaboration here. I knew that agencies collaborate, and the way we have recruited in Finland. Agencies don't collaborate. They don't collaborate, not even inside the company. So basically, if you have listed a property, you're the only agent who sells it. You don't share it with your colleagues. You don't share it with any other agencies. So sort of like the nature of the collaboration and how important it is to, even though agencies may not be friends, but to be neutral. And we came up with this new commission model, and of course that commission model attracted the best agents. And what I would do probably different is that we had like some agencies where there were multiple people asking to join us, and I really like these people, and I didn't say no, and because a lot of good agents left one company, and then they came in second and third company, and like many people left at the same time. I felt like that was like it could have been done different. I could have said like, I'm not gonna take that many, sorry, I'm gonna start here, let's see in the future.
Because of the nature of having to collaborate.
Yeah,
So it kind of creates
yeah.
maybe a bad.
Yeah, it's kind of like
A bad taste.
Yeah, it might like feel awful for the company, like you're stealing from me, but I never feel like I'm stealing. It's free will. They do whatever they want. And if somebody would leave my company, I would really want to sit down. If it's somebody that I want to stay, I would sit down and ask like, what did we do wrong? Like, how can I keep you here? And then look in the mirror if there's
So
something.
you got past that initial stage of new territory, new collaborations, and because it sounds like you and Nancy are very restless, you thought we gotta grow.
Yeah.
So what happened next then? You went to another town.
Yeah,
correct?
well, we know Marbella like for a long time, and we know the market in here, and of course we love it, and it's its own bubble. But then we felt like we really want to go to Malaga, because Malaga is something super interesting. And I always say, when somebody asks me like, where should I invest my money? I say like, if you want to invest in little properties, go to Malaga now, because in 5 years they will be like valued so much higher. So basically, just to go to like a normal city, not only people who want to buy their second homes, like just go and see the normal Spain.
So you opened up an office in Malaga City?
Yes.
And that's whereabouts in Malaga is your office?
In Calle Larios, just
Right
next
beside
to,
it.
yeah.
Okay. And when did you open that?
That was 2021 Christmas time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. And then you thought, well, that's not enough.
Yeah, well then,
Where are all the Finnish people living?
yeah, well that was kind of like, it came to us like all of these Scandis and Finnish people were asking like, why don't you have an office in Fuengirola or Mijas or Benalmádena? How do you pronounce it? Benalmádena.
That's it.
Benalmádena, yeah. Why don't you have an office there? And then we recruited the 2 top agents from that area, and they started in the Malaga office, and they were like, it's quite far away. And then they came to Marbella, and they were kind of, Jorge was saying that could we have an office in Plaza or in Fuengirola? And then we're like, of course, sure, we do it. So then the third one was in Fuengirola Plaza. And the team has been super, super great. And of course, the market is so different. Like, let's say, if we compare to Finnish market, one agent can sell 100 properties per year. But in Marbella, if a company sells 100 properties, it's like, ooh, we're doing really good. But sort of if we go to Fuengirola area, we're back to the same as in Finland. So
Volume.
yeah, it's volume. It's like maybe, of course, we sell 1 million properties there as well, but basically it's like really fast. The pace is really fast. When we list it, we sell it. We list it, sell it, 200, 300,000.
And so you've opened your office in Fuengirola.
Yeah.
But then you got a little bit bored there too, right? And now you're thinking we should go somewhere else. What happened next?
Well, I love Mallorca. I love Palma. It's something like,
Is this you or is this your husband or is it both of you?
well,
Because is one of you going to the other one? I know, but we should. And they're,
Well-
oh no, we just also go on over there.
well, I think we both want to grow.
Right, okay.
And of course, maybe it's like me saying like, let's go to this city next. Maybe it's that way.
Right. So then you decided, okay, well, I love Mallorca, so I'm gonna open an office there.
Yes.
And
yes.
that was recently, no?
Yes, we opened it last December.
December 2022.
Yes.
Okay. So and how is that compared now? Is that more like Marbella?
Yes, but it's more expensive. A lot.
properties.
Yes, a lot more expensive there.
And you're in Palma itself?
Yes.
Palma Mallorca
Yeah,
itself?
in the old city, like in Malaga.
So as we stand here in 2023, what's next?
What's next? Well, now we're thinking of just slow it down a little bit for a couple of months.
A couple of months.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. We promised that to the team because we've been growing so fast and we recruit new agents. So basically, we want them to feel like a family as well. Because of course, these pioneers who have been here for 2.5 years now, they know exactly how the company goes and what's our values and how we want people to represent this company. But when you recruit, like almost every week, we have a new agent coming. So it takes time to, make them to feel like home.
So how big is the outfit now? You got the 4 offices.
Yeah.
Roughly how many members of the team?
About 50.
Okay.
But of course, we have marketing team that works from Finland.
Okay.
So they are not like on our website or anything. So there's like a lot of people in the shadows.
A lot of people in the shadows. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that. But you don't just do real estate, do you?
No, we have.
You have other stuff going on. Jacuzzis,
Yes.
drop,
Yes, Drop Jacuzzi is our company.
and those are available for.
Yes, we're
here
the
in
only
Spain.
retailer in Spain.
Okay. Then tell me what else. You did me a little tour of the office.
Yeah, well,
and
we have invested in around 10 companies. Some of them are just, we're just pure investors, but some of them are companies where really do work as well. And Drop is one. And in Drop, I have already designed some products there, like the Drop Fire. I have designed that one, and now we're going to have another kind of pool. So I'm doing also this designing.
that you do that.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, restless. What else have we got going on?
And the latest one is called VideoBot.
Video bot.
Yeah, videobot.com.
That's okay. So that's not real estate per se. No, it's more.
Well, it relates to real estate. And basically, if we think about all of these companies that we're invested in, they sort of have some connection to real estate.
What's video bot? What's the?
VideoBot is more like it's kind of like a chatbot, but it's interactive. So when you click the video bot, you have a real person saying like, "Hi, my name is, I'm an agent, and I do want to have service in Swedish or English. Press here." Then when you choose Swedish, then you start speaking Swedish. Do you want to go and see the pool? Okay, let's go. And then the video starts, and we go to the pool area. And then if you click, do you want to see the basement? And then we go to the basement. So basically, you choose what to see.
So it's
You
like
don't.
a video tour.
Yeah, you don't need to see the whole video. You see what you want to see in the order you want.
And this is available now?
Yes, and what we do is we don't want to keep it to ourselves. Of course, Trant is the first one who has it, but we feel like we want to change the field, and that's the same what we felt in Finland as well. We didn't think like, oh, we're going to have this great business and make lots of money. We felt like we need to shake the market, and what we did in Finland, nobody denies it that we hired the standards. Everybody now, when you go and see these properties in Finland, any offices there, they have high quality photos, they use social media, they use staging, they look like copies of our company. And we're proud, we're really happy.
Yeah.
And so basically, we want to offer this new tool to all the agencies. Everybody can
That's
use
amazing.
it.
Thank you for your time, and thank you for finally allowing me to chat to you about
Thank
this.
you. It was a pleasure. It was enjoyable. Thank you, Alfredo. Kiviranta.
Kiviranta.
Yes.
Sirena.
Yes.
As it sounds.
Yeah.
Cool. So, Sirena. Kiviranta. Oh, shit. Sirena Kirivanta.
Kiviranta.
Kiviranta.
Yes. The first name is easy. Mermaid.
Sirena.